Oops, didn't have my twinkly lights on. Probably doesn't even do anything, but I turned them on. Happy video day, guys. So today's video, we're going to be going through the Golden Globes for 2019. So this is my series, Makeup on the Red Carpet. If you guys are new here, I did create this series and it is all about the makeup on the red carpet. So after the red carpets air, I go through all the celebrities, all of their makeup looks. I let you guys know what makeup was used to create the looks. So basically that's what we're going to be doing today. Of course, at the end of this video, I always tell you who was my favorite makeup look of the entire night. And then I also throw in the best dressed, in my opinion, for the night. So if you guys are interested in seeing all these different celebrities and what I've got to say about them, so let's go ahead and get right into Makeup on the Red Carpet, the Golden Globes 2019 edition. I have to tell you guys, I was very impressed with the makeup looks on the red carpet for the Golden Globes. I have been kind of like, with some of the recent red carpets, there's been like a few really awesome makeup looks, and then sometimes I'm like, didn't really love that look too much. I wish that they would have done more with the makeup. So I'm very impressed with the Golden Globes this year. I did recreate one of my favorite looks of the night on my eyes right now, and when we get to that look, I'll let you guys know who it is. But if you guys recognize a similar look to this, then you guys probably know who I recreated their look of. So this is in no particular order of how I think that they ranked for the night. At the end, I'll just tell you guys who I think was the winner. So I do have my laptop sitting right in front of me. If you guys do see me look down, it is because I'm kind of referencing a few things. So I want to start off this Golden Globes edition of Makeup on the Red Carpet with Tandy Newton. So Tandy Newton, you guys know her from Westworld, if you guys have watched the HBO series Westworld. So I feel like Tandy Newton is on my list a lot. I feel like she kind of really embraces makeup looks, and she just looks always like sultry, but at the same time very put together, and I really enjoy, I guess, the way that they work makeup on her. So let's jump into some of the details. Her makeup artist Georgie created such a beautiful look on her. I feel like it was a very minimalistic look, but so sultry at the same time. I really love the fact that her eyes are super emphasized, very dramatic, and then she has a very paled out lip but a very glowy skin. So I was able to find out some of the products that Georgie used on her to create this look, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some of those right now. Now, I will tell you the makeup brand that she used is a brand called Chantecaille. It's a super bougie brand that I don't even know how to say the name because I don't often see this brand. Now, this brand is sold at Barney's, so you know it's bougie when you hear Barney's. But one of the things I wanted to tell you that she was wearing the Future Skin Foundation in Banana and Sand. So for her eyes, to create this beautiful gray smoked out eye, she was using the Mermaid Eye Color in Hamidi. I don't know if that's how you say it. And she was also using the Lasting Eye Shade in Smoky Topaz and Celestite, if I said those words correctly. And this is all from that same brand, Chantecaille. How do you say that name? But either way, she was using all of the items from this brand. Also, her makeup artist was so kind enough to list all of the different items that she was using also for her complexion. What I'm gonna do is just show a screenshot right now of her Instagram where she lists every single one of the items that she used on her face. I love it when makeup artists do this, and this is so helpful for us who don't know. So for her dress, she was actually wearing Michael Kors. Now, I like the dress and I don't like the dress. I'll tell you that I love the way the hair and the makeup and the dress combined look. I think it's a cool look. The only thing is I feel like the dress photographs cheap. And I hate saying that, but like sometimes, depends on photos. Sometimes a dress will look amazing in person and in a photo it doesn't look as good. And I don't feel like this dress looks as good. It looks like a synthetic kind of like Lycra dress in the photos, and I know in person it probably does not look anything like this, and I am not the biggest fan of the way this dress translates on camera, so I'm not a huge fan of the dress, but the best part I think is the hair and the makeup. Guys, we're gonna jump into the next person, and that is Lucy Boynton. I had never heard of her before. Apparently she is in Bohemian Rhapsody. Actually, it did really good during the awards. Now, I just think that this, you know, like, there's some moments that you have like actors and actresses that they make their mark, and I feel like this was her moment. I think that she did such a cool thing. Like everything together looked cool. Now the makeup itself was just neat. It was different. It was eye-catching. It actually grabbed attention, which is cool. Not only does an outfit catch attention, but so does the makeup. I absolutely love this exaggerated eyeliner kind of look and this offset eyeliner. If you guys can tell, that is kind of the look I tried to recreate today. If you guys want to see a full tutorial on how I recreate recreated this look, you guys can jump over to my Instagram at the GLAMRANCH, and I do put a short video up and I'll show you guys how I recreated her look. So I love everything about this look. Supposedly it was going back into like the 70s glamour with that like exaggerated femme fatale 70s glam, like gorgeous kind of smoked out look. It was kind of like the inspiration for this, and I think it was so cool. Now, one of the coolest things about this eye look is definitely the way that this eyeshadow was placed on her eyes to kind of mimic an offset eyeliner with the space in between. It's kind of like a negative space eyeshadow, and I love it. I just think it was so unique, so creative, so different, so like a refreshing of a look for an award show, because the Golden Globes is more formal, you know? And I love that she was doing something edgy and cool and different with her eyes. I love that the rest of her face was very minimalistic. Look at her eyelashes. Her eyelashes aren't exaggerated. Her eyebrows look very natural. I love everything about the look. I love everything. I love the glowy skin. I love the haircut. I love the haircut with the eyeshadow. I think that this entire makeup look was phenomenal. I was able to find out some of the items that she was wearing, so I am going to point out 3 of them. It was the Ultra Lip Tint from Chanel. It's an all-day comfort flawless finish foundation. So on her eyes, she was also wearing the Ombre Premiere Longwear powder eyeshadow. And what I really thought was cool is she had all this Chanel stuff, but and then she had thrown into the mix the Makeup Forever color corrector, which I thought that was really good in a green shade. So I'm assuming that this was a green color corrector. So I was able to get a few screenshots from Jo Baker's Instagram of some of the other products that was used on her face. In case you guys are interested in some of the items that I didn't mention, I will flash those on the screen right now so you guys can see them. So the thing that I really love is when you have an entire eye look, you have a face look, and it looks amazing, and then they throw on a fabulous dress, and that's exactly what they did with her. She's wearing Celine, and oh my gosh, I just feel like the whole entire thing was like perfect. Like they took the dress, they thought, hey, what can I do? And they just created this entire beautiful look, all surrounded everything. I think the dress matched, the makeup matched, the hair. She looked phenomenal. I honestly love this entire ensemble. I think it was beautiful, and I loved this look. Okay, so let's move into another celebrity. Now, this is Gemma Chan. So now when I'm looking at her, like what I really see about this entire makeup look is those lips. Everything else, dewy skin, very nice highlighted face, very natural eyes, but a beautiful reddish kind of toned lip, and I love it so much. So when I'm looking at her, I just want to know, what are you wearing on your lips? So they did say exactly what she was wearing on her lips, so I'm so excited about that. She's wearing a cashmere lipstick in the shade Legend 103. Beautiful. So it is from this brand here. I don't really know how to pronounce this name either, so I'm just gonna throw it on the screen and not even try to pronounce it, but that is the brand, and this is the lipstick. Of course, guys, everything that I find I will link down below for you guys. I think that this is such a beautiful lipstick. I love the way this whole face looked, and honestly, I just really wanted to know what she had on her lips. Her makeup artist Monica did put up this photo on her Instagram. It does look like some of these items were probably used to create this look as well, but I was able to find exactly the lipstick, which I think is the most important thing in this entire look. Now, when it comes to the dress, she was wearing Valentino Haute Couture. I think everything about this was very pretty. It was very movie star-esque, but you know, it was okay. I liked it. I wasn't like in love with the whole thing. I was more in love with the makeup and not as much the dress, even though the dress was pretty. There was nothing really wrong with the dress. I just really love the makeup. Let's talk about a star that just looks so cool. So this is Emily Blunt. Now, Emily Blunt, if you see her makeup, you're gonna say, well, she looks very like Ice Queenish and all this stuff, but I just like the way it looked with her dress. Her dress was very understated. I don't think that there was anything like so crazy about this entire look, but it was just refreshing. It was so pretty. So all of the makeup that she used on her face was from Dior. So on her eyes, she was using the Diorshow Mono in Minimalism, and they topped it with a silver highlighter from the Cool Tone Dior Backstage Eye Palette. So that's how they were able to create these eyes. Her makeup artist, Jen Stretch, she did such an amazing job on her, just because I felt like this look was a very simple yet difficult look to achieve because to make her very pale looking without making her look dead, you know, and she was wearing these colors that could make you look very washed out. So even though she does look pale, she does not look washed out. Now let's talk about this dress for a minute. She's wearing Alexander McQueen, and I have to tell you guys, I think that her dress was just so cool. I really honestly loved everything about this look. I honestly think that because it was not like the most expected look, I really liked it. I just thought it was beautiful. I think she looked great. I love the hair, love the makeup, love the dress. Thought it was a really cool total look. All right guys, so let's move on to another celebrity that I think looked phenomenal, and this is somebody who embraced color, and I'm so happy for that because you don't really always see that much color on the red carpet. And talk about color, this is Camilla Belle. I loved her makeup look. It was so cool. It was so refreshing. I love the green. I think it was so unique. I honestly was thinking of recreating this one today, but there was just something very different about the other look. But this was just so beautiful, and I really honestly loved it. I was able to jump onto her makeup artist Hung's Instagram, where he did point out some of the items that he did use on her. So we're gonna go over a few of those items right now. So let's focus a little bit on those eyes because that is one of the most predominant things in this whole look. He used the Les 4 Ombres from Chanel, and this is the multi-effect quad in 306 Splendor at Audience. So for the lips, they use the Rouge Allure Luminous Intense Lip Color in 139 Fury. So I just love everything about this look. I think it's so beautiful. I love the slicked back hair, especially with that very exaggerated eye. I love that everything else in her face is like this pinky type of tone with those green eyes. I love the dress is blue. They didn't go with a blue eyeshadow. It was just kind of very peacocky, but a very pretty peacock. Like, I loved everything about it. Now, Hung did also, like the other makeup artist, write all of the items that he used on her face. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a screenshot of his Instagram, and I'll scroll through all the other items in case there was an item that I didn't mention that maybe was calling your attention. He did write some of the other items that he used. But overall, I think everything was beautiful. Now, if you look at her dress, she was wearing Jason Wu. What a cool looking dress. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. Yes, does it give you a little bit of a peacock vibe with the green and the blue? It does, but a pretty one. Like, I just think it was cool. Like, it was different, and I liked it. I thought she looked really interesting. I liked it a lot. Guys, let's talk about somebody who had the whole entire Golden Globes talking, and that was Lady Gaga. She was nominated for a Golden Globe, and honestly, a lot of people were talking about her just because, you know, she was basically new to walking this type of red carpet, and I thought that she looked interesting. Now, I feel like a lot of people are saying that she looked phenomenal. I thought it was interesting, just not what I'm like into. So even though it was different, it wasn't like I thought that this was like the look of the night. So let's jump into some of the items that she had on her face. She was using a few of the shades in the Marc Jacobs iconic multi-finish eyeshadow palette in Fevlux. Oh my gosh, why do they have to make these words so difficult? Why can't it just be like shine? So from Marc Jacobs, she was also using the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. For lips, she was using the High Shine Lip Lacquer Lip Gloss in Sugar Sugar. So overall, I think the look was pretty. I liked the makeup. The makeup was really nice. I didn't think it was like out of this world. Now, I do hear that Lady Gaga is going to be coming out with a makeup line. I personally think like when you have like award shows like this, if you're coming out with like a makeup line, really put some emphasis on your makeup so that people are really talking about the makeup. And I think her makeup was pretty. I just feel like everybody's talking about like some other people who really took like real big risks with makeup. I think it was a very pretty look. I think she looked very Cinderella. I like that she at least changed her hair color to kind of keep that cool girl vibe that she already had. It's funny because I have like a kind of like, I'm not sure with this, because I almost feel like if you're gonna change your whole entire look to say I'm not gonna be like this crazy Lady Gaga like high fashionista anymore, go like completely, you know, like don't go in between. And I feel like this was kind of in between. I see the Cinderella kind of look that kind of reminds me of old movie star then I see the periwinkle kind of hair that kind of throws you back to Lady Gaga. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm like in the middle. I think it's okay. I didn't think it was like a showstopper. Now we're gonna jump into somebody else who tried something different, which I really can appreciate. So that's Lupita Nyong'o. Okay, so like this is something that I tell you guys, like I tell you guys I would never try mascara that was colorful because I think it would look ridiculous on me. And then these are like the people who tell you like, look, it's not that bad, because when I see it on her, I like it. When you look at her, you think that it's only like an eyeliner giving that effect, but it's not. It's actually her lashes. So for her liner, she's wearing the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil in Cote de Azul. So on top of her lashes, what she's using is the Lancome Monsieur Big Color Lash Top Coat in blue, which is really giving it that blue effect and really showing you like blue, you know? And I think that is really cool. If you look at her, it just looks neat, you know what I mean? Like on her, that looks really cool. I don't know if it's her skin tone that really makes it so vibrant and beautiful, and on somebody like me, if it would just look off, you know, but on her, I like it. I think it looks cool. Actually, when I saw her photo, I didn't really love her dress. She's wearing Calvin Klein. I didn't love the dress. I thought it was pretty. I didn't think it was anything out of this world, but what I kept on looking at was her face, because her face looks so natural, but and then this beautiful blue on her lashes, and I love her makeup look. I just think it was so unique. Okay, so let's talk about another celebrity that I feel like a lot of people really liked this whole ensemble, and there's parts of it I like and parts of it I don't. So this is Lily Reinhart. Lily Reinhart is wearing a red dress, and her makeup is kind of going with that monochromatic kind of look. So if I look at her makeup, I like her makeup. Her makeup is really cool. So if I'm like doing a screenshot of her makeup, I'm like, well, she looks pretty neat. Like it's a cool looking color on her. The green eyes with this kind of like reddish tone. She is using the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette, which you guys know I do own. So what I really love about her is her eyes. I feel like her eyes are what is really pronounced in here, and that is the Pat McGrath palette that is really doing this for her. But the problem that I have is I don't really love the dress. It's from Kahili. It's a London-based brand. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. The dress is pretty. It's just that sometimes on these red carpets, when people wear red, and the carpet is red, I feel like the dress has to be a certain type of red. It has to be kind of like a tight dress, or it has to be something different. I feel like this almost looks like she's flowing into the red carpet, and it doesn't really, like, to me, in photos. Remember, in person, this might look completely different than it does in photos, but in photos, I don't love the way the dress photographs. It also looks very heavy and bulky on her, and I don't know, it wasn't my favorite dress. Some people really, really love this dress. I do think it's a unique dress, and there's aspects of it that I like. I don't feel like it's an ugly dress. I just don't think it's the dress for her, and I feel like her makeup looked really beautiful, and I feel like they had something really awesome going from here up. And then the dress was like okay, but it was not the showstopper that I would have liked it to have been. So let's talk about a celebrity that I honestly liked a lot of stuff about this look. I don't feel like they're talking about this look that much, but I think it was a beautiful look, and I think it needs to be mentioned. So this is Alison Brie, and I love what Quinn Murphy did with her. I feel like she had a very monochromatic look too, because if you look at her dress, it was between the silverish kind of like tones, and her eyes are very silverish, and then she has this beautiful, very subtle lip, and I really, really love this. Now, one of the interesting things that I read is that they used all Burt's Bees products, and I find that to be very interesting because I have not heard like the best reviews of Burt's Bees products, and I feel like the way that they used it on her, it came out amazing. I did use the Burt's Bees liquid lipstick in Nigeria in nude, and it was a $9 lipstick that she's wearing. So I love that this is like a drugstore makeup look, and honestly looks amazing. I love this. I think that she looks so pretty. One of the things that I love the most about this look is that dress. It's from Vera Wang, and I love it. I think it's so cool. I love that it looks like a princess, but at the same time it has that really cool top piece that's kind of like cut off. If I would have seen this like on Lady Gaga, I would have said, oh, well, she's doing her princess moment, but she also has her edginess still there, you know what I mean? But I love it on her too, because she's such a soft looking girl, and then she has this really cool looking dress. Very modern, but very Cinderella at the same time. I love this. I thought this was beautiful, and I love the dress. I thought it was great. I love this whole look. I think it was really cool. And yeah, guys, so that is all of the celebrities I'm going to tell you guys about. So let's jump into the best of the night. So I have to tell you guys, I feel like all of these celebrities really did a good job, especially on the makeup. I feel like I didn't have that many issues with people's makeup. I think the makeup was really, really on point. I feel like sometimes the dresses, it's just, you know, personal preference. I'm not going to love every single dress that maybe you love or somebody else loves. We all have different taste in clothes, you know? I usually have more of an issue with the makeup as well. I actually really like the makeup this time, and I feel like I'm usually more nitpicky. I nitpick a lot on makeup, and on this one I feel like I really love the makeup on a lot of people, so it's gonna be hard for me to choose. But I have to say, I think that the winner of this went to Lucy Boynton. I love this look. I thought it was so unique. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different. I thought it was edgy. I loved it a lot. So when it comes to best dressed, what I think is, I honestly think it's gonna go to Alison Brie. I was between her and Lucy Boynton, but at the end I went with Alison Brie because I feel like this dress has like something different to it that I'm not used to seeing, so I love it, and I think that she was the coolest, prettiest dressed of the night. So that is all I have for you guys on this makeup on the red carpet. I hope you guys really love this series. I love filming it, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave me your comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!